What is up, guys? It is Fatty P with Fatty's Financials, and we are back in week 4 with today's episode being top 10 ways that I save money. Now, this is going to be a short and sweet video like always, and it's going to be 10 ways that I save money now, and it could change in the future since I am moving soon, and there are a lot more that I could add to this list, but these were kind of the 10 that stuck out when I was creating this list. Now, these are kind of broken up into 3 different sections. The first section being how I save money myself. The second section being how I save money around the apartment. And the third section being how I save money around where I live. So we're going to get right into today's video. I don't want it to be too long. The first way that I save money is budgeting with Copilot. Now, this one might seem a bit counterintuitive because I actually pay over $100 for Copilot on their annual pass. But in my opinion, if there was a tool to measure how much money this app or service has saved me, it would be well over that amount each year. So I do not mind paying a premium service to budget my money because it makes saving money and investing money and tracking money that much easier. It removes the headache. It gives me no fuss. And this is the best budgeting app that I have ever used. Best budgeting app that I will probably use for the rest of my life. Copilot brings me a lot of value, and so I do not mind paying a little bit extra to have this service. And you might be asking me, Harley, isn't there a free version with, let's say, Excel to create a budget and use it that way? You would be correct. The thing is, there is a matrix of time and money because, in my opinion, time is money. Using Copilot has saved me a bunch of headache and time to categorize my transactions efficiently and track where my investments are on a day-to-day basis. It completely removes the friction me and maybe most people would have when it comes to creating a budget, because I don't have to manually go in and add a transaction or change my investments account or anything like that. I simply open the app, link all of my cards and my accounts, and I can check that app any time of the day to see how my investments are doing, what kind of categories are underspending or overspending that month, how much I'm spending that month, and so many more features. If you guys are interested in Copilot and want to learn a bit more, I'll drop my link in the description so you can check it out. If you end up liking it, feel free to use my code. I believe you get a discount. It also helps me as well. So go ahead and check the description for that if you guys are interested. The second way that I save money is living below my means. Now, this one is kind of tied into number 1 because every day I know where I am at in terms of my budget. And every time I open that app up, I know how much money that I am below or how much money that I am above my budget. On to number 2, living below my means. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean is not spending money on things that don't bring me happiness, things that I don't enjoy, and things that don't bring me value. I'll break that down even more. So I pay for a budgeting service because I believe it brings me value in the way that I track my money. I pay for a premium CrossFit gym because I love the workouts, I love the community, and I genuinely like health and fitness. It's a value of mine, so I pay for it. Now, there are a lot of things that I will not pay for, one of them being coffee. I'm a huge coffee enthusiast, but I refuse to go to chains for coffee and spend the premium prices they have when I can make just as good as coffee at home, if not better. I'd rather spend, cents on the dollar and use the machine that I have here at my house than go out and spend $5 to $10 on Starbucks coffee per se. Now, I know that's kind of nitpicking a little bit, and some financial experts actually want you to focus on things that are bigger than just $5 to $10 coffees. But for me, that's just an example on things that I don't necessarily enjoy and don't think it brings me a lot of value. So I don't pay for those. Number 3 on the list is batching laundry. Now, this is the first one we get into when it comes to my apartment and how I save money around my apartment. First is batching laundry. When it comes to colors, whites, towels, any of that, I just throw it all in together. And usually that takes about 1 wash cycle. The dryer is a bit different. The dryer isn't as good in the apartment that we have now, so it usually takes about 2 drying cycles to fully dry a load of laundry that I am batching. That's fine, because I would rather spend a little bit extra electricity on the 1 extra dry than, 2 extra washes and then maybe an extra dry on top of that. What we do in this household, me and my girlfriend, we batch our laundry together, and we will fill the washing machine as much as it can handle. Sometimes that means our washing machine will literally bounce off of the ground because there's so much weight from, her jeans or my clothes swirling around in the agitator, and it sounds like someone is violently stomping on the ground. But it means we're saving money, so who cares? 4th on the list is shutting off the lights in the apartment. This is kind of a smaller one. I'm not really sure how much money this actually saves me, but when it comes to our electric bill, it has been very high in the past, and it's something that my girlfriend and I are now starting to focus on. And one of those things to save electricity is shutting off the lights in the apartment. Such an easy way to save a little bit more money on the electric bill if you just shut the lights off. 5th on the list is using the forgotten groceries in the pantry and the fridge. Now, what do I mean by that? For me and my girlfriend, in the past, we've gotten in the habit of buying groceries and not using them. Now, that's not to say we just let them go bad. That's saying we have about 10 cans of beans in our pantry that we have not touched in months. And so what I have started to flip is thinking about the food in our pantry, in our fridge, and what I could create with what we have. So instead of buying a new batch of groceries and using that for that week's meal prep or dinner plans, instead, I'll see what we have in the fridge and the pantry and see if I can create something from that. That way we get more use out of the groceries in our pantry as well as the fridge, and less food goes bad. So this one was a big one for me. I didn't actually realize how many groceries we had in the pantry that were just sitting there, but now I've become more aware of what is in there and started to use those groceries in the meals that I'm making. 6 on the list, eating before leaving the apartment. Now, this is a big one. Sometimes my girlfriend and I will forget to eat a snack or maybe eat lunch before leaving the apartment to run errands or go to the grocery store, something like that. Almost inevitably, one of us gets hungry and ends up spending money on food outside of the apartment. So grabbing a quick snack, grabbing something from a restaurant and bringing it home, or something like that. So another thing I've been starting to become aware of is that we get hungry when we go out. So in order for us to save a bit more money on dining out and the headache of one of us becoming hungry and angry, we've decided to try and eat before leaving the apartment. It's a money saver, also saves a bunch of headaches. Number 7, shopping at Costco for groceries and gas. Especially before we go to Costco, we'll try to eat a snack or a little bit of food just so we're not hungry in that hectic store. But when it comes to Costco, buying in bulk has saved us a ton of money and time. And this one's kind of a bonus. What we also share is a Costco City credit card. What this bad boy will do, I just looked it up because I couldn't remember off the top of my head. It'll give you 5% cash back on Costco gas, 4% cash back on other eligible gas and electronic vehicle charging. Neither her nor I have an EV. 3% on restaurants and travel, including Costco travel, which they do have a portal for. 2% on all Costco and Costco.com purchases. So anytime we're in store, this is what I swipe. And 1% on all other purchases. So up to 5% cash back on gas at Costco. I could tee up a driver and hit the Costco from my apartment. That's how close we live to it. So it's a no-brainer to sign up for this credit card and start reaping the rewards that they give you on the cash back. We've had it for over a year now, and the first year we were able to renew our membership just from the cash back alone. Number 8 on the list is Bronner's soap. This bad boy right here has saved me so much money when it comes to using products in the shower, because that is the only thing that I will use for washing my hair and washing my body. Now you might think that's a little odd for using bar soap to wash your hair, and you would probably be correct. But what this does is save me a bunch of money on useless chemicals and products that anyone would use to wash their hair with, because some of those are upwards of, $50 to $100 for quality products. This, I know what's in it when it comes to the ingredients, and I've been using it for almost a year now, and it has never let me down. You can also buy these in bulk from Costco at, I think, around $30 for 8 bars. And the last time I bought it was months ago. I can't even remember when the last time I bought them was. And I still have that one and one more bar left. So, these bars last me for at least half a year. Number 9 on the list is a cat scratcher tool. You might be wondering, what the hell is that? And that would be this thing right here. What do I use that for? That is a great question. Anytime we get a cardboard box in the mail, we bring it inside, unbox the product, whatever it is. Then I can use this to cut up little strips of cardboard and turn them into this bad boy. Is something that I made with that cat scratcher tool. I have 3 cats. They love to scratch on cardboard and lay on those types of things. So using this tool has been a game changer when it comes to creating them. The ones in the store generally run around $30 or so, and I can make one that's just as good in about an hour. Number 10 and last on the list is filling up my water bottle whenever I am out. This is my water bottle here. It holds about 32 ounces of water. And whenever I am out on the town or in the gym or at work mainly, I will fill this up before coming home. We have extremely hard water here, and so when it comes to getting water in our apartment, we don't use the faucet. We actually use a Primo watering tower. And for that, I fill up 2 5-gallon bottles of water for me and my girlfriend and our 3 cats. So when it comes to saving a little bit of money on water, instead of filling it up at my apartment and using those 5-gallon barrels, I'll try and fill it up at work or some random drinking fountain wherever I am and bring it home. Because that way I don't have to use the water in our barrels and instead use the water from somebody else. There you have it. This is a quick 1 through 10 list of how I save money. There are plenty more on here that I could probably squeeze in there, but these are the 10 that come to mind and probably are the most important right now. When I move, it might shift, it might be different, but for now, this is kind of 10 ways that I save money, and it could be 10 ways that you could save money as well. If you have any more ways to save some money, feel free to drop it in the comments. I'm definitely open to hearing more ways to save money and would love your input on that. If you like today's video, be sure to hit that like button. And if you're loving the journey so far, feel free to drop a subscribe as well. My goal is to hit 500 subscribers so I can start making some money on YouTube and continue my progress and continue my financial journey to hit my financial number. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in week 5's episode. Have a great week.